I wanted to talk today about this phone. It's the ASUS ZenFone 2. So I got it 2 weeks ago, and I thought it would be interesting to compare it to my old phone, the Nexus 5 from Google. So the Nexus 5 is it's still a really great phone, and I wanted to upgrade, so I bought this ASUS ZenFone 2. And I think a lot of people will be interested in also switching from the Nexus 5 to the ASUS ZenFone 2 because price-wise it was kind of similar, at least when the Nexus was just released, and the specifications are quite similar. But of course, the new phone, the ASUS, is better. And the big advantage of the ASUS compared to Nexus 5 is that yeah, there is more memory. That's one thing, but also you can put an SD card and a second SIM card. So it's a dual SIM card phone. So it's unlocked, of course. So that's great because you can use your SIM card from, let's say, North America, and another card when you go abroad in another country, or maybe you would have a card for Canada, another card for the States or for Europe. So that's great. So first of all, let me put the Nexus 5 aside, and let's focus on this ASUS. So first of all, the design. It's Some people would think that it's a sleek design because it's it seems very thin, so it's a curvy back design. This is actually plastic, but looks like metal. It's pretty well done. The quality is pretty good, so all of that is nice. Um, some people were complaining about the fact that the button. Let me just yeah, change. Okay, the button is on the top here, so it's a bit difficult because it's a big phone. It's a bit difficult to switch on and off. Now it really doesn't bother me because you also have the ASUS gesture, so you can double tap on the screen, and it will wake up, and you double tap and switch off. Also, of course, they couldn't put the buttons or any kind of buttons on the side because it's so thin. Here. Okay. So some people will praise this curvy and thin edge design. Honestly, I think this is the weakest thing for this phone. I mean, I love the phone. The only thing I don't like, it's really the design. So let me wake it up and focus on it. Okay. So the thing, why don't I like this design? It's First of all, when the phone is like that, if you push on the phone, as you can see, it's all wobbly. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to have a curvy phone like that you can't use when it's just standing still on the table. Also, it's a bit slippery. The fact that, I mean, it's not only because of the material here, but also the design. The curve makes it pretty slippery in your hand. So maybe I don't know. Maybe with smaller hand would be okay. I don't know. I have big hands, and it's not that comfortable to carry around. I would have preferred that the phone would have been flat and bigger edge, and that would have been easier to to manipulate, I guess. So also, if the phone is like that, it's actually harder to grab because the edges are so thin. So that's for the design. Otherwise, for the hardware, it's fantastic. It's great. So 4 GB of RAM, that's fantastic. It's very fast. This is the let's say higher end version. It's the 64 gigabyte storage, and I have a 64 GB SD card on it. So 128 GB. It's huge. It's huge. So I can put all my music on it. I can put videos and take pictures and so on. So that's great. Also, some people actually complained about the camera. saying that the camera is not very sharp, the pictures don't look very good. I have no complaint about that. So let me maybe put some pictures I've taken with the telephone, and so you will judge on your own. You will judge by yourself. Yeah. Also, something important though. I took most of the pictures with the default Google camera that I've downloaded. So I didn't use the ASUS software because I found that the ASUS software is a bit too intrusive. So the default camera, where is it? So I put it somewhere kind of hidden. Let me just check. I guess I put it here. Yeah. So the default ASUS software, you have lots and lots of options, lots of filters and so on. But I think it's like too much stuff that you don't want, and you have no control on what's happening with your picture when you take the picture. But the only thing I like with this software is the manual mode. So with the manual mode, you have lots of different settings, and also the manual focus. And this is great. This is great to be able to focus manually. So otherwise, most of the pictures I've taken were taken with the Google camera. So let me show you some examples. Okay guys, so as we are comparing these two phones, let's run a test. Okay, so, oh come on. Let's try 1, 2, 3. Okay, we'll let the test run and we'll see what's happening. I as I was saying, both phones are pretty comparable actually. So um, yeah, of course the Asus is a bit better, but the Nexus 5 is still very, very respectable. As you know, I was talking about the design of the phone, the format of the phone. As you can see, the Nexus 5 is much smaller, and it feels a bit better built. I mean, it feels at least better in the hand, again because of this design problem. I would call that, of the curved ASUS design. So let let's leave the phone run. I guess maybe I will skip that and go directly to the end, or at least go faster for some parts, and we'll see the result. Okay, we have the results here, and as you can see, the Nexus is 39603, and the Asus 47529, which is really top of the line here. Compared, it's just under the Samsung Galaxy Note 4, and the Nexus 5 is still reasonable. I mean, it's still pretty good, but it's again, of course, the Asus is a newer generation, so it performs better. So now let's talk about gaming. So let's try um, one of the latest game I've downloaded, which is Leo's Fortune. Okay. So yeah, as you can hear, the speaker is pretty loud. Now, some people talk a lot about the speaker, but who really uses the speaker to listen to music or play video games. I think it's weird. Usually you use headphones, right? So anyway, let me start this game. Okay, do I have to adjust the focus here? Oh, sorry. That's better. Okay, so this game is beautiful, runs very smoothly, no problem with that. It's nice to play on the big screen like, you know, we have on this phone. Okay, let's try maybe a game a bit more CPU or GPU intensive. Okay, perfect. Dramatic music, good stuff. Campaign. Let's do. How do I do a new game? Okay. Let's continue. I don't care.
Death should have marked the Dominion's demise, but after 4 years of intensive fighting, the Nova rebels still struggled for human independence. Former Nova commander Cal Warden believed he had managed to walk away from the conflict, but that was before he received an urgent distress signal from an old friend, beckoning him to the ruins of old San Francisco on the long
Okay, can I skip that?
Earth.
I don't think I can. It's loading. Okay.
Warden to actual. Please respond. Yelena, do you read me? Damn.
Okay, so what's happening here? Should I jump? Okay. Let me hold that in my hand and see. What? Oh, here. Okay. So yeah, as you can see, it's pretty impressive. The graphic here, the way. Wow. Let's skip. Okay. So in game, it's very fast. So no problem with that. Okay, so my conclusion about this phone, just it's fantastic for the money. It's I guess as the Nexus 5 was at the time, it's one of the best value for money for unlocked phone you can buy. And what else can I say? Yeah, some people were talking about the battery life and saying that it's not that great. Actually, it's better than the Nexus 5, so I have no complaint there. And maybe it's due to the updates we had lately from ASUS. So I don't know. Anyway, I think great phone. There is I have no complaint at all. I'm pretty happy with this phone, so I think I will keep it for a while. Thanks for watching.